One of the most beloved creators on YouTube was just exposed for being a toxic manipulator by one of his exes, with allegations that, at least at a first glance, looked like they'd be the end of his career.
Did you watch me sleep? Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry, I just got this fetish that I do, you know.
Well,
I didn't hurt you, you're good, right?
But just as his fans were beginning to panic, something happened that none of them saw coming. Corey not only beat the allegations in under 24 hours, he did so without saying a single word. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're taking a closer look at the crazy situation that unfolded around Corey X Kenshin, the damaging allegations that recently came out against him, including accusations of him emotionally abusing and essaying his ex, how those allegations started, and how they were debunked by the one person no one could have expected. But you know what I didn't expect? That 76% of you would be watching my videos without subscribing. So please, take a moment to subscribe and let's get into the video. Corey X Kenshin spent over 15 years cultivating his massive, and more importantly, loyal audience that loves everything about him. From his inspirational advice,
by God's grace, here I am in front of you, telling you, you don't have any limits. And don't let anybody tell you that you do.
and unfiltered reactions.
Why he twisting like that? What the freak? What's good? What you trying to get into?
To his all-around wholesome personality.
Hey.
Not to mention his content itself that keeps viewers glued to the screen, often waiting months for his next upload.
Tap the crank, brother. All right, I guess it's just... Oh my... Let's back up. Let's go ahead and back up. Yeah, I'm black. I'm not gonna sit there and let you power up.
But while they were looking forward to the next entry into his horror game series, Corey's viewers received the news every YouTuber's fandom dreads the most. Corey was being accused of some heinous acts, including a straight-up crime, and it looked like there was nothing he could do to avoid getting cancelled. It happened on July 13th, 2025, when a Twitter user named TooRipe made a post reading, "Just to spread it around, Panda Ninja XX Official on TikTok released an entire timeline regarding her abusive, manipulative, and absurdly toxic relationship with Corey X Kenshin." This tweet immediately went viral, gathering over 5.5 million views in just 2 hours. And to say things looked bad for Corey would be an understatement. Under this tweet were links to the 3-part TikTok expose series uploaded by Panda Ninja XX Official, one of his ex-girlfriends. Each part was a slideshow of text, essentially explaining how heartbroken Panda was at Corey ghosting her after their brief relationship, and how he tried to get back into her life years after breaking her heart. She began by accusing Corey of being manipulative because of how easily he ghosted her, stating, "You ghosted me not because you were confused, but to teach me a lesson. You made me feel like I had to shrink to earn a reply. Every move was calculated, even if I couldn't see it back then. And anytime I tried to speak up, you twisted it into something wrong with me. And while I sat alone, replaying every word, breaking myself apart just trying to make sense of it, they were out here calling you a positive role model." She then targeted his reputation as a positive role model by declaring Corey a hypocrite for betraying himself as a man of faith. Reading, "You talk about devotion, but act like hurting people in private doesn't count. That's not devotion, that's hypocrisy. You fooled a lot of people, but not me." She even went on to accuse Corey of treating her like a toy for his own amusement, and coming back to her every time he was bored. Reading, "You treated my body, my heart, my time like they were things that you could shelve and retrieve whenever it suited you. Like I only existed when you needed to feel wanted." Part 2 was released the same day, featuring pretty much the same complaints of emotional abuse and overall toxic behavior. However, this time she decided to share screenshots of her chat with Corey on Xbox Messages of all places. According to her, this conversation took place 1 year after they had broken up, and featured some shocking messages from Corey, including him asking if Panda was still seeing someone, and when she asked why he's interested, his reply was downright disturbing. "Why do you ask? Because I'm trying to F up your life some more," with him backpedaling, claiming it to be nothing more than a joke almost immediately. Reading, "That was a joke, geez lol, I was just asking." Another set of messages also alluded to him trying to get back with her just for screenshot after heartlessly ghosting her before, reading, "I wanted you. Wanted me how? Like I've had you. Like in a relationship type of way or something else. Like something else. That's kind of messed up. I wasn't a toy. I know that. I wasn't just about to message you after a year and ask you to be my GF." However, while Panda wanted these messages to finally expose Corey as someone toxic, it ended up backfiring. You see, as these screenshots started getting traction, more and more of Corey's fans started to sense something odd about the messages, especially the ones where he was openly swearing. They found it difficult to believe that Corey would so easily betray his values, which in turn made them doubt if those screenshots were real. And as the slideshow continued, these doubts only grew stronger, especially when Panda mentioned that she was diagnosed with cancer sometime during the pandemic, a few years after her breakup with Corey. And according to her, she decided to reach out and break the news to him in a moment of vulnerability, only for him to respond with, "That was the most passive-aggressive cancer reveal, lol." This screenshot immediately made people even more skeptical, because unlike the other images, this one didn't even show the sender's name, so there was no way to confirm if this was even Corey or not. However, before the internet could judge her as just another bitter ex trying to defame her famous ex-boyfriend for revenge, Panda followed up her three-part, which included a video that flipped the entire situation.
Did you watch me sleep? Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish that I do. You know.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Corey?
Just don't worry about it.
Corey?
Good.
Corey, what did you do?
You do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
The caption on this video read, "POV, you didn't know this was one of the videos you'd look back on and realize he never cared. He just wanted to see how long you'd let him hurt you." This, combined with what Corey said in the video about doing something to her in her sleep, created a massive uproar on Twitter, with Corey getting accused of SA. Naturally, Corey's fanbase had an incredibly mixed reaction to these allegations. Some people openly accepted them, with tweets like, "Y'all, I'm actually grieving the Corey X Kenshin situation. What do you mean? The dude I grew up watching has SA allegations with videotaped proof." And Corey X Kenshin is another reminder to quit being parasocial with these celebrities because you don't know them, while others continued defending him until he came out with his own side of the story. The people defending Corey were also quick to point out that there's no direct mention of Corey essaying her in any of her TikTok slideshows or the videos she posted, and that it's possible that people just misinterpreted something that was meant as a joke that might have been in poor taste but shouldn't automatically get him cancelled. Thankfully, these allegations didn't even last a full 24 hours before being debunked by the last person anyone expected, Panda herself. Soon after the tweet went viral, she posted another TikTok clearing up the allegations herself, by firstly dispelling any SA rumors.
This was literally not intended to attack or have attacks towards Corey. So please stop the SA allegations towards him. That is not true, and that's not what I said.
And also declaring that her posts were not meant to defame Corey.
I just really want to make this clear that, and this is very important, I'm saying this literally with all my heart, this was never about defaming Corey at all. It literally was me venting about something that happened to me in the past that did hurt me.
However, this only created more confusion on the internet. Some believed her instantly and started celebrating Corey beating the allegations, while others were still wondering if she was really telling the truth. Fortunately, a creator by the name of Alpha X Alpha took matters into his own hands. He scheduled a live call on TikTok with Panda Ninja to clear everything up, and to the delight of every Corey X Kenshin fan, she stuck to her stance about the allegations being false.
The essay happened to me when I was younger.
A whole different person.
And it has nothing to do with him. And I said that many times in my letter. I never said it. You guys kind of assume because of his wording in the
in the video.
However, while the allegations themselves were thankfully disproven pretty quickly, this entire event highlighted a major problem with the internet's landscape today. And that's how quickly a piece of misinformation can spread anywhere. Even though Panda never directly stated that Corey SA'd her, thousands assumed that was the case and began attacking Corey. But that wasn't even the worst part of it, because within hours of these allegations coming out, several other posts started popping up on Twitter, flinging dirt at everyone involved, like some people claiming that Panda was actually cheating on Corey and that's why he left her. Of course, part of the blame also has to go to the Twitter user who started the drama in the first place, 2Ripe, as the language they used, specifically words like manipulative and abusive, made the situation seem more serious than it was. And while they have deleted the original post since it was debunked, the damage is already done. There will now always be a subset of people who only saw the original allegations and would always assume Corey to be a horrible person in the future. But the person most responsible for spreading these allegations is still Panda Ninja herself, who claimed that she wasn't sharing her story to gain clout, but to vent her frustrations about how Corey hurt her. But no one's buying that excuse, with comments like, "This is so annoying, why would you vent this online? TikTok isn't your friend. Vent to Corey about how he made you feel or talk to a therapist. She literally couldn't be doing anything but clout chasing." And nope, I do not care. Venting is not what she did. It was a bitter ex mentality. You do not vent your feelings out on TikTok. TikTok is not your friend. She did it to absolutely damage Corey's reputation. She should have sorted things out with Corey, sought therapy for past traumas, and vented about it to friends and family. Even if we assume she was telling the truth, her posting the screenshots and video on the internet just to vent was plain irresponsible, since this could have easily spiraled into something big enough to jeopardize his career. Take Slazzo as an example. He was accused of being a grapist by his ex-girlfriend, resulting in the entire internet turning against him. And while he was able to definitively prove these allegations false, the mental toll of this whole experience forced him to retire from YouTube altogether. Fortunately, Corey's incredibly loyal fanbase rallied to his side immediately, stopping the allegations from taking hold until he had a chance to reply, which in turn pressured Panda into debunking the allegations herself. At the time of writing, Corey still hasn't even acknowledged the allegations, let alone responded to them. Though, considering how his fans have already cleared his name, it's unlikely that he ever will. He's in Paris currently, taking another one of his long breaks from YouTube. As for Panda Ninja, she has privated all of her TikToks, most likely because of the hate she was receiving. It's safe to say she won't be making any further accusations against Corey, allowing Corey to return to YouTube like nothing ever happened.